Hi guys, today I am doing my September wrap-up. So if you've seen my August wrap-up, you might know that I started this month in a, what I like to call, life slump. So I wasn't really in a reading slump, but I just had a general life slump and everything kind of sucked quite a lot. So I wasn't really reading much when I started out in September. I do feel better now. I actually feel really good and fine now. It took me quite a while to get out of that phase, but now I just really feel normal again, like a normal human being, functioning like a normal human being. So that's pretty great. With that, you know, with the like first 2 weeks or so being life slumpy, and then at the end of the month I had my kind of exams and just, you know, kind of presentation for the semester, so it's been a rough month. I managed to finish 3 books, so I am still like really happy with that, and I think for what's been up in September that is really good, and I read some pretty great books, so let's just get into it. First, this month I finished A Boy Made of Blocks by Keith Stewart, and this was a NetGalley copy, so I did a review on it and I'm gonna link that, I don't know, also in the description if you want to check that out. This book is about a father who has kind of to deal with his marriage, with his whole family dynamics. His son has autism, and it's just kind of about how this affects the people around him. It was definitely an interesting read for me because I'm not very familiar with autism, so I kind of learned a bit more about this disability, and it was just really interesting to see the family dynamics. And I got interested in this book because it also has to do with Minecraft. The son plays Minecraft and then the father starts playing with him, and they kind of really develop their relationship through Minecraft, and I found that aspect really interesting. I do have to say that it's not quite my genre, and overall it's just not something that I would normally read, but because of autism and because of Minecraft and this kind of thing together, I still felt really interested and wanted to read it, and I'm glad I did, but I still only gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars just because I, you know, felt very neutral about it. I would definitely recommend it if this kind of Minecraft autism thing sounds interesting to you, and just, you know, check out my review, but it's just for me kind of like something that was interesting to read but won't really probably stay in mind for long for me. Next I finished Run by Cody Keplinger. This is a YA contemporary about a friendship between 2 girls, and I loved this book so much. I don't know what to say. I have to say I expected something different from it. It has LGBTQ+ characters in it. I'm not gonna go into detail. I was kind of thinking, because I didn't know exactly where this element would kind of come up in the story, so I was kind of hoping that they would fall in love, but they didn't. It's pretty obvious early on, and I think it's kind of obvious from the premise as well, but that's kind of just how I went into it, so I was a little disappointed with that for like a second. But actually, it was just such a great book about friendship, and the ending was so real. It was so real, like it broke my heart, but it was so real, and just overall this book broke my heart, but it was, I just absolutely loved it. And one of the main characters is also blind. Cody Keplinger herself is blind, so I really found that just really interesting to read from a perspective of someone who is blind. And if you're looking for a great book about friendship, Run by Cody Keplinger is what you have to read. I obviously gave that 5 out of 5 stars, surprise. Finally, I read Illumine by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I am so intrigued by this book still. This is the most unique, interesting structure and format I have ever seen in a book. I am still so blown away by it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars because I love that aspect of it, and there were 2 things in particular that I didn't enjoy as much. The first being that I feel like the world building in the beginning was not that great. I didn't really understand where we started, what the kind of basic world is, and I still don't understand. I still don't understand in what kind of world these characters lived in before we had this conflict in this book. Like, I just felt like before we really got into the story, there was definitely build up to this thing happening, but I don't really understand what kind of world the characters were living in before. And also, I definitely felt a little disconnected from the characters because you don't, or you rarely have anyone tell you their thoughts and feelings. And so I just kind of felt disconnected from the characters, didn't really feel like I could like 100% be in the story with that. But then on the other hand, I felt like 100% in the story because we got so many different things. There's emails in this, there's diary entries in this, there are so many things, I just don't even know. I cannot recommend this highly enough. Even if you're not into science fiction, read this book just for its uniqueness and structure. You will probably have some trouble getting into it. I had some trouble getting into it, and as I said, I still, even though I have finished it now, don't really understand the basic world without any conflicts in it. But I just literally do not care because I'm so amazed by this structure. I can't. I'm just gonna show you a random page that doesn't really give you any spoilers. You know, and sometimes you had like these kinds of blueprints from like spaceships. I could not give this anything less than 5 stars because I just can't, you know, the things that I critiqued about it, I absolutely take them for getting this structure. And this was my September wrap up. I am definitely very happy with that month, especially since, you know, the last 2 books were so amazing and this month could have gone way worse. Let me know what you read in September, what your favorite book of September was, or just, you know, talk to me about Run or Illuminate. Thank you so much for watching. I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!